Hey guys, okay, I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I watched 3 videos today, and recently I haven't had time to watch anything, because I started a new job and I started at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that's not okay for me because I'm not a morning person, and it's been a real difficult time for me to adjust. But like I said, I watched 3 videos today and they just sort of clicked together. And so I want to share a couple of them with you and show you what I see. I'm going to leave links in the description box to all 3 of them. One of them I'm not going to play in this video. It's from Holly Two Moon's channel. And she has a lot of good videos about dreams and visions that she's had and stuff that's going on in the world right now that connects to all of this. But I'm going to show you clips from a Steve Fletcher video and a Naughty Beaver video. And I haven't watched Naughty's videos lately. I liked him a lot prior, you know, not in the beginning, but prior. And then I felt sort of disconnected with him. And today is the first time I've watched one of his videos in full length in quite a while, and it really resonated with me. And it's weird that all 3 of the videos that I watched today connect together, and that's why I'm making this video, because I felt like it was confirmation and I just needed to share it with you guys. So I want to show you what I saw. And before I go, I just want to say thank you, because I received a couple of pieces of mail from a couple of you, and they were encouraging, and I love you and I'm thankful for you, and I'm reminded again that I have a purpose and that we are all in this together. And so just thank you so much for your encouragement and for your help with the homeless, and God bless you guys, and you know, we're all in this together, and I thank you so much, and God bless you. Also, during the making of this video, I changed my mind, and I will include a short clip from Holly Two Moon's video.
Somebody woke me up, and I'm paying it forward in this world. You see the difference? That's now your job, if you will, because you've got some knowledge, hopefully, and you can talk to other people, and inevitably it'll work its way around. This can save the world. Just knowledge, just telling your story.
They're not sure what's going on with them, right? It's very confusing when you're first waking up. So just remember that. Like, you're a big brother, big sister. You've gone through this.
Now, with the law of one, during the time of the ascension, Mother Earth is going to polarize itself, 5th density positive. What that means is the magnetism of the Earth. I guess it's right here. This is the Blue Kachina. It's at the North Pole. Been here for a long time. What polarity is the North Pole? And they're like, positive, because I follow your channel, Nadia. I'm like, you are correct. So the Earth is being magnetized somehow. Oh, the gods are here. That's what these are, to the Hopi people. Pogeng Hoya is the guardian of our North Pole, and Paloingo Hoya is the guardian of the South Pole, or the negative. So this is how it's all being done. Yes, the world is being separated through magnetism. Positive people will attract to positive people. Negative souls, birds of a feather, will flock together. And he said quite clearly, you will see a sharp delineation between the extremities of polarity. The negative people in this world, they're having their chance, they're changing, they're purging, they're doing whatever, but they're going to group up. That's the energy that the reptilians are trying to connect together for the protests and the riots and the burnings. That's what they're trying to spark within the negatives. But he said it'll be very short-lived as it's purged out of the human collective.
The very faint blue line with arrows is the path that a magnetic celestial anomaly is traveling. As you can see, it will swing around our sun and then head back out of our solar system. This magnetic anomaly, represented by the blue orb, is so powerful that it bends light, space, and time. Earth won't collide with this object, but we will be passing close enough in mid-May to experience a dramatic increase in earthquakes, volcanic activity, and the heating up of Earth's molten core. Isolated spots on the Earth will experience incredibly high temperatures that are not conducive to life. This magnetic object has halted the rotation of other planets in our solar system as they have passed by it, and Earth will fall prey to the same effect. This is one of two sources that will create violent roaring of waves, fulfilling a Bible prophecy that Jesus states in Luke 21:25, when he describes the roaring of the waves in the last days.
I mean, if it's breaking apart, where are the pieces going? And in the vision that I had, where I saw what I call an asteroid coming down towards the ocean, it wasn't this huge, like, house or building-sized comet. It was like a little fragment, a little fireball. So I'm thinking that possibly our timing could be during when this debris field goes by and it rains down on the earth. So
these are all biblical judgments that are coming upon an earth full of sin and abominations. In a minute, we will review several recent meteorites that have either hit Earth or exploded very close by. But first, we will look at why there is an upswing in meteorites. If you look at the animation, you'll see that shortly after we pass by the powerful magnetic anomaly, Earth will pass through an asteroid debris field. Since Earth is 75% ocean, most of these asteroids will fall into the oceans, once again fulfilling the prophecy of the roaring waves in the last days. We will be passing through the asteroid debris field sometime between June and August of this year. The asteroid debris field is another judgment upon this world. We are starting to see an increase in the number of meteorites hitting the Earth and exploding close by.
The MegaQuake 2020 conference, it was really good. Mike even spoke on May and had correlating data on fireballs, debris, meteors, meteorites, etc. Here's a little bit of an overview on some of the data Mike gave during the conference as it correlates with our data and what we've been seeing and saying as well. Okay, magnetic north will change severely within about 5 months. Magnetism impacts our brains in a very big way, and in about 2 months we will have a test of this. According to calculations, there should be some dips or holes in our magnetosphere, and those lines of force will be redirected. During this time, anyone in that area or these vicinities, well, you will learn of people losing it, high crime rate, people snapping, going out and killing, animalistic behavior in some cases, some people in these vicinities attacking each other, etc. So all of that can be caused by the magnetic lines of force snapping and being gone in some places. These events of field line snapping are short-term and could only last about an hour or so, but that's all it takes for someone to go mad or kind of short-term madness. So going temporarily insane in the vicinities where the magnetic field lines snap. But this is a reminder that we are watching for strong magnetic disturbances. Okay, so surrounding the May 12th date. Remember, oddly enough, in May of 2019, I posted the date May 12th, 2020. I heard the words May 12th, 2020, but no other details were given. Just a date in my head. It was really weird. One of the very few times that's ever happened to me. But anyway, surrounding the May 12th date, there are dense clusters headed straight towards us. Our solar system will pass through the debris field with multiple clusters. It's estimated that 3/4 of our solar system will be affected by this massive cloud of debris field. So small ones at first. Okay, I'll be watching the moon as much as possible with my telescope when I can surrounding the given time frames. Okay, so here's the bad part. If that trajectory brings the smaller clusters in proximity with the Earth and our moon system, that would mean that about a month and a half later, the bigger ones will be coming in behind it. So watching June and July for some of the ones behind it. I would extend that through August, and that's because that's the front side alignment with the brown dwarf system. So stay on alert throughout these months. Now soon people will be waking up and looking at the skies. This will become more of a normal thing, a normal occurrence, and people will start to take note and they will start to notice. But watch the skies. Okay, so here's some more info on some of the things to expect with the July and August time frame and the alignment. Not only do we have to deal with heightened volcanic and earthquake activity due to the front side alignment with the brown dwarf system and the wild weather patterns and changing of the jet stream, but we will also have to deal with magnetic anomalies and magnetism, as mentioned earlier. Remember, this can drive a person mad. Magnetism is a very bad thing. Not only that,
what that means is the magnetism of the Earth. Guys, it's right here. This is the Bucacina. It's at the North Pole. Been here for a long time. What polarity is the North Pole? And they're like, positive, because I follow your channel, Nadia. I'm like, you are correct. So the Earth is being magnetized somehow. Oh, the gods are here. That's what these are. To the Hopi people. Pogang Hoya is the guardian of our North Pole, and Paloingo Hoya is the guardian of the South Pole, or the negative. So this is how it's all being done. Yes, the world is being separated through magnetism. Positive people will attract to positive people. Negative souls, birds of a feather, will flock together. And he said quite clearly, you will see a sharp delineation between the extremities of polarity. And he said quite clearly, you will see a sharp delineation between the extremities of polarity. The negative people in this world, they're having their chance, they're changing, they're purging, they're doing whatever, but they're going to group up. That's the energy that the reptilians are trying to connect together for the protests and the riots and the burnings. That's what they're trying to spark within the negatives. But he said it'll be very short-lived as it's purged out of the human collective.
not only do we have to deal with heightened volcanic and earthquake activity due to the front side alignment with the brown dwarf system and the wild weather patterns and changing of the jet stream, but we will also have to deal with magnetic anomalies and magnetism, as mentioned earlier. Remember, this can drive a person mad. Magnetism is a very bad thing.
This is something that I found in 2017 when I first went through my spiritual awakening. It's from a 16-year-old boy at the time who didn't necessarily believe in God, who all of a sudden went through, he had a vision. He was looking at the clock and it hit midnight, and all of a sudden he had a vision while he was awake, and this is what he experienced.
You were wide awake. It all hit me all of a sudden. People are crazy. Average people just, what you would think would be someone average would just come in. They're crazy. They like start committing cannibalism. And they would like offer to, they'd make human offerings to.
You could hear that he's clearly disturbed. His uncle Jose managed to capture what was happening on audio as it was happening. And he just said, you know, I'll leave a link to the description box in this. I hope that all of you will listen to it because it's crazy. But he said that people that you would think were average, normal people all of a sudden went crazy. So I think that is clear to see why all of this, like, kind of, you know, clicked for me. Hearing these things today, and hearing the things that I've heard in the past. You know, supposedly stuff is really about to hit the fan because of these magnetic bodies. And it's time that we choose good or evil. And, you know, to do that, truly, we have to confess our sins and repent of our evilness. You know, we're all guilty of doing wrong things. And it's time for us to choose what side of the line we want to be on. And when things get bad, we need to choose to either look out for ourselves or look out for one another. And, you know, things are getting crazy. And it's just time to choose what side we're on, good or evil. So I hope that this helps someone, and I love you guys, and I thank you for everything that you've helped me with and supported me with thus far. And I hope to see you guys soon on the other side. I love you. Bye.